Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of A Little Bit of Magic with. I have some very special guests with me tonight. They are a duo and that's quite different to what I usually have on my chat, so I'm quite looking forward to it. I do apologise if there's a bit of delay while I'm talking with the guests tonight and now. We're having technical difficulties and I think it's my end, so we'll figure out and see how it goes. I just want to bring in some news to you like we've been doing recently. So let me show you what's been going on. There has been so much going on within the last week that I didn't have enough time to tell you in this episode. So I'm just trying to narrow it down as much as I can. Otherwise, I could have ended up having a whole show just dedicated to news. So let's start. We know that cast members are on strike currently on and off at Disneyland Paris, and they recently had one just the other day on Tuesday, and it affected the shows and parades and character meets and some of the rides. And it has been confirmed that at Disney they are going to have another strike coming up this coming Saturday. So as you can see here, the Disneyland Paris have released a statement saying what is the protocol and what's going to be happening, and that anyone who is already booked a holiday for that specific date can get a refund or change a date or something like that. So we'll be able to find out more information of what comes later on. Pride. June is Pride Month for everyone, so it will be so full of colour, where it should be full of rainbows and love everywhere anyway, all round year. But particularly June is Pride Month, as we all know. So in Magic Kingdom, they have done murals, and the first to be shown is in Magic Kingdom by the Lavender Walls on the entrance to Tomorrowland. So go and have a look if you're in Magic Kingdom or Walt Disney World. And then one that's been announced today is just in the background there, and it's in Epcot. So we'll probably be seeing more in the other parks as the days go on into June. 2024 dining announcements have been released from Walt Disney World. It's the news that we've been all waiting for. Woo! So you can now go ahead and ring up and book your Walt Disney World holiday and get your dining packages ready. So on the left hand side and in the middle, it basically is the prices from if you're based in America and want to make bookings. So you've got the normal dining price plan and you've got the quick service dining price plan. And then for people over on the UK who make bookings, the plans are basically $77.99 for adults for main Disney Dining plan and $24.99 for children. Whereas if it's just a quick service dining plan, then you're looking at $47.99 for adults and $19.99 for children. So that's something to look forward to. And I believe that if you've already made a booking for 2024, then don't worry, you just ring them up and you can alter things around and you can still keep your same price. So that's good news. And ColourPop has brought back one of their Disney exclusives that sold out so fast, it's hard to believe. It is the Winnie the Pooh collection. So they have lip scrubs, they have lip masks, which I'm guessing in the UK we call lip still, and then they have a lovely shadow palette there as well. So it's nice cool tones that you can use throughout the whole year and just not autumn. Halloween has been announced for Disneyland, which is super exciting. So from the 1st of September through to October the 31st, there'll be some spectacular makeovers at Disneyland itself. So Oogie Boogie Bash will be coming back on selected dates from the 5th of September through to October the 31st, and that'll be based in the Disney California Adventure Park. There'll be tributes to like people in Coco. So it's the Plaza de la Familia and it's tributes to de la Dos Le Momentos. I can never pronounce these things, but it's there for you on the screen. And there'll also be makeovers on some of the attractions. As some people already know, Haunted Mansion will have makeovers, and Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout will have some, and it will be other various things that still need to be announced. There has been many occasions, little food stalls in Walt Disney Studios Park, but at the moment, there is one that's been announced for this month, and it's going to be the Mini Food and Wine Festival at Disneyland Paris. So these are here, just some snippets of what you can have. They are very small, so you can't see them properly. However, that does not matter because I have them on my documents. So you can either leave me a message or I can put them on Instagram and you can see them further. And just before we continue on to our guests, we have them here. So it's Adventures with Scott and Amy. And I've done 2 logos here, as you can see, because, of course, it's Scott and Amy. They have their own YouTube channel. And also there is an artist within them, and it's Scott. He does fantastic art pieces. I should have got them ready, actually, while I was here. And I didn't, but I have got amazing pictures and a YouTube vlog back in the day of when Scott sent me some lovely pictures. So go and check that out. And then I'm just going to plug myself as usual. Please like and subscribe to my channel and like this video. The more oomph and push we get to it, the better we'll be able to do some more content for all of you who are watching. So thank you so much. And now I'm going to introduce to you the wonderful Scott and Amy. Hey!
Hi.
How are you both?
We're really good.
Yes, someone could do with turning down the thermostat. That'd be great.
Okay, so it's been a long time since I've actually spoken to you just without being here. So we're going to have a bit of a major catch up while doing our show. So I hope that's cool with you. Awesome. So first of all, I want to dive in. What are your social media channels about? Introduce yourselves.
So we have 2. I'll let Scott explain his one. That's on an Instagram. But our YouTube is we go around theme parks, mainly around the UK at the moment. And we tell you what's new at the theme parks. Scott does his carnival games as well. And we show you new carnival games that have come, what prizes you can win. And what's really exciting is recently we've partnered with a charity called Shooting Stars. And everything that we win now, well, Scott wins because I'm not very good at it. We donate them to Shooting Stars, and then they use them for fundraisers. And anything that's too big, we sell them on, and all the money goes to the charity. So we will be making a video about that soon to let people know what the charity's about and why we want to work with them.
Okay, brilliant. And just asking briefly before we move on to Scott's other channel, what is Shooting Stars? Just briefly inform us all.
So Shooting Stars is a charity, and it is a children's hospice. So they take in sometimes, unfortunately, terminally ill children or children who need respite because they're so unwell, and they will look after them until, unfortunately, they either pass away or they are better and they can go home.
That sounds like a wonderful and brilliant charity to support. I can't speak tonight. So it's brilliant. So Scott, obviously your talents of making the chances of winning marvelous prizes has come in favour, I'm assuming.
Well, yes. There's a lot of tips and tricks probably that you probably hear us talking about, not majorly like talking about, so but they are in there a little bit. But I think most of my carnival game winnings, I think a lot of watching Winner every time and watching them on YouTube and seeing how they do it is always been a bonus. So
yeah, so that's the sly trick.
Yeah, and not only that, with the bucket ball as well, you'll see sometimes there's a screw where the rubber bulges, and that normally stops the ball a bit better. So
cool. So you're showing some of the tips now already, I see.
Yes.
If Rob, if you're watching, then now you know what to do. Okay, so also we know that you've got another part of your socials. Would you like to tell us more about that?
Yeah, so for those of you that don't know me, I suffer with ADHD, which has its plus sides, has its downsides. Amy will tell you about the downsides, but the plus side is I tend to have a lot of creative moments, and the way I sort of put my energy out into those creative moments is by either doing drawings, or I sometimes do digital creations as well. So mine and Amy's logos are actually the ones that I digitally created. Sorry, Jet's making a noise, and I think she wants to come out in a minute. So yeah, they're ones I've done. I've also done a couple for some other people that have used them. I think I've done a few for you as well in the past. But yeah, it keeps me busy. It keeps my brain going. It keeps me focused. But I have like people are like, why don't you just get a colouring book? And I'm like, that's not the same as actually just going from start to finish of doing a piece, finishing the piece, and then going with it. I recently done a piece for I think it's Courtney's Adventures. The winner,
the quiz.
the winner of your quiz from
Sweet
Thursday.
Magic. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's on our way to her. So hopefully you can check that out soon because I'm not going to ruin it for her or anyone else. But yeah, I've got some. If you want to see some drawings or anything,
please show them off as much as you want.
Also, while we're here with Scott's drawings, he also does the drawing but doesn't paint them, and he usually takes them up to either the Shooting Stars or he'll take them to the children's ward in our local hospital. So all the children have got something to colour in while they're there as well.
Well, that's brilliant.
He's so good.
That's such a lovely idea. Oh, wow. That's brilliant.
Excludes the glare. We've got, I'm just trying to find the camera. We've got a spotlight on and it's a bit bright. And then there's also
Bambi's
like
my favourite one.
Oh, yeah, Bambi. Yep, definitely. Mother Gothel.
Yeah.
The Elsa one he did is my absolute favourite.
Wow, you are so talented.
I think I've got an Elsa one actually.
You do have an Elsa one.
I don't know where I've put her though.
So I would like to know, Scott, while you're looking through these, do you what created in your sparks to start going down the route of drawing and art? What was it? Was it just something that was random, someone suggested to you, or did you always have a passion for that and you just went for it?
I think that the more drawing side came with lockdown. God, that seems a long time ago, but let's not talk about it too much. But lockdown, I think, started it, and I started off with just like doodling and scribbling and stuff, and then I was like, actually, I just start doing like drawings that I love. Yeah, I've done a lot of drawings, as you can tell.
Wow.
And then recently I've been doing sort of mashups. So obviously Stitch is my favourite character. And I just do a lot of mashups. I've done recently some Harry Potter ones. In fact, I have them here. I also do wood engravings, but the wood engravings I sort of have to be in the right mindset for, because it's a lot of concentration, and I've got a cupboard full of like small bits of old wooden shelf that I've had cut into squares to make coasters for. And I've just like not going to do any of them. I'm like, I'm not in the mood for those.
Yeah.
And weirdly enough, I did some random ones. I've also done like a gaming one. So if any of you know,
Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah. And then Pokemon.
Wow.
There's always a good joke. How'd you get Pikachu on the bus?
Pokemon. Yeah. Pokemon.
Yeah.
These are absolutely stunning. Honestly.
And this was one of the random ones where my mind just went, let's just do it and see how it turns out. And I'm actually quite happy with it.
Wow. That is absolutely stunning. I love it.
It's made with all the different parts of Mickey.
Yeah.
And then let me show you my recent Stitch Top Gun Maverick. Stitch's Maverick.
Oh, wow. So how long did it take you to do some pieces of art?
Again, depends on what sort of mood I'm in and if I've got the focus for it. Some pieces, like the smaller ones you just seen of Stitch's Maverick, and that only took me sort of day and a half. A big one like this.
Yeah.
As a big Power Ranger, normally takes about a good 3 to 4 weekends. I do it in drips and drabs. In fact, that's my little station right there.
Excuse me. Wow. I love you got a Stitch mug as well.
Yeah, well, a Stitch pen pot. And then, right, you think that's exciting? Let me just find the controller. Sorry, I'm a big kid now. I've got to show
Here he goes.
I've got to show you where the magic happens.
Where the magic happens.
Right, are we ready? Can you see it?
You've gone sideways, but... Oh, there we go. Yep. Oh, cool.
So
I can see.
I can now
Yeah,
show.
it's nice.
So yeah,
You must
it's-
like that in the evenings, Amy, when it's on.
Oh, say that again. It went a bit funny.
Okay, I was saying that you must like it when it's on, Amy, the different colours.
Do you like different colours when it's on?
No.
It's just me.
I get really
Sensory
I get a lot of sensory overload. So when I get too many colours, I'm literally like.
Just to let you know, there's some clicking towards your end. Just so you know.
Let's have a look.
What is it?
Sorry about this, everyone who's watching right now. But just so you're aware, you can ask Scott and Amy any questions that you'd like to do so. All you have to do is drop your questions in the comments, and then they will answer them for you. I'll show them to them as well. If you have any questions based around the news that we shared as well, please just drop the comments in the comment section and I'll answer any questions you may have. I'm just going to mute Scott and Amy a minute. While they sort themselves out, I'm just going to mute them so you don't have all the clickiness. When you think you've sorted yourselves out, Scott and Amy, just put a thumbs up. That would be brilliant. They're looking really confused. So it's really exciting that Disneyland Paris are bringing back their food stalls because they have slowly introduced some more allergy-friendly foods as well. And they have a variety of wines and foods based around the countries, and they are really good. And the prices are really decent as well. So that's something to look forward to. And I know they have their party coming up soon as well, which will be just for the Disneyland Paris Pride. So I think Scott and Amy will be coming in again very shortly. They've just left and will be coming back in. The food stalls are amazing. And I remember Christmas time just gone, the food stalls that they have in the Studios Park were also even in Fantasyland, just by where the Princess Pavilion is. So hopefully they'll start to bring the food stalls between both parks, and they'll vary between different cuisines from the different countries. So that'll be exciting. So as Scott has shown, he is basically a person who does lots of art and he loves Stitch, and that's where it started to come from. So I can see them just in the corner there. I'm just waiting for them to think, are you okay, guys? Should we try? Okay, let's bring them back in. Let's see how they are. Hello.
Is that better?
That's much better. Yes.
Sorry about that.
Technology's all that way it works.
It's okay. We were just talking about the food stalls, and I was saying how in Christmas they had some in Fantasyland by the Princess Pavilion, and I started saying about how Stitch is your favorite character, and that's how you started doing your drawings. So you didn't miss much.
No, I love food anyway. Give me a turkey leg all day. That's my Disney treat.
Ah, so have you had a turkey leg since it's been introduced to Disneyland Paris?
Not yet.
No. When we went, we couldn't find them anywhere, could we?
No.
They only sold at Last Chance Cafe, so that'll be your last chance to get it. Boom, boom.
No, we couldn't find them, could we? We went last September.
Yeah.
With Mum and Richard, who are watching, by the way.
Hi. Hey. Okay, so that's when you last went to Disneyland Paris in September last year?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So that must feel like a lifetime ago.
Long time ago. And Walt Disney World was
2016.
7 years ago.
Oh, wow. That is a long time. So have you got any trips coming up? No.
Not at the moment. No.
Nothing in the pipeline at all, even if it's not.
We probably will head over to Paris at some point. I'll probably drive over there.
Yeah.
But at the moment, no, because we've got a few little UK staycations coming up where we're going to theme parks around the UK. So
oh, brilliant. So that's what I was going to ask you about, actually. I know that you're not just based on Disney, you are based on different theme parks throughout, and your recent vlogs have been showing that you went to Chessington to see the world of Jumanji, I believe.
That's correct. Yeah, we
went there all about that.
I'll let you tell about that because that's your dreamland that was in there.
That was crazy. I couldn't believe how immersive it was, and like just to see the game pieces in there and that. We did find the virtual queue was a little bit odd, but I suppose it's they have to have it with new openings just to see how it goes. But I think they did. I think when it didn't go down when we went there, but I think it went down the day after. But what they ended up doing was just letting people queue for it rather than the virtual queue. So it's good that they've got those sort of backup plans there. But it was just so immersive. I mean, Mandrill Mayhem was just insane.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely something that Chesington needed.
100%.
Mamba Strike. Yeah, let's not go into too much detail on that one. Basically, it was a bit painful. So, yeah, check out the vlog if you want to know how painful. Ostrich Stampede, very short cycle, but I think it's a very good ride for kids.
For children, it's fantastic. It's a really, really good addition to the park. The whole land is, and when you walk in, it's as if you're on the board game.
Oh, really?
It's so good. And then in the middle, they've got Welcome to Jumanji, which is like in the middle of the board game. And it's not as they want it at the moment because obviously all the trees are still growing. But once they've completely grown out, it's going to be incredible in there. But the ride, the Mandrill Mayhem was so good. And we got to sit front row. But we could only go on it once because we couldn't book it again. There was just no space left. But it was so good. But the seats are very small.
Yeah,
they're a lot smaller than a standard roller coaster. So me and you squeezed in, didn't we?
Yes. And obviously I was just under the height limit, I believe. So
yeah, by like a half a centimetre.
Oh, really? I didn't even realise that there's height limits. I thought it was just for children.
Yeah, there's also one on Stealth at Thorpe Park as well, because obviously the launch and
Rita at Alton Towers.
Oh wow!
So when we go, Scott has to wear the flattest shoes that he's got, otherwise he can't go on.
Okay, so have you ever experienced you've gone to a park and it's been like that, where you've been turned?
No, but when I went with one of my friends to Thorpe Park, I very nearly didn't get on Stealth because I couldn't get the thing down and locked in. And then when I eventually got on, I got to the end and they very nearly couldn't get me out because the latch had stuck on the clip.
Yeah, that's quite comical actually. So how does the virtual queue work at Chesington?
So it opens at 9:45. I made the mistake of forgetting to sign into my ride access pass for it, so we had to go in the normal queue, which is fine because we ended up going pretty quick for it anyway. But yeah, it's 9:45, and then they normally open slots at 10 past, half past, and 10 to the hour.
Okay.
And they open up a time slot for later on in the day, and then you go and they'll scan your QR code, and then you can go in the queue. Which is quite a good system, like I say, for new rides, because otherwise there'd be people in the queue for like 3-4 hours, and I think it just manages the queue and the through flow a bit better. So that's really good. And obviously when I saw the two new carnival games, I say new, one of them is like a normal carnival game that I've played before, but the other one was like it's like a Down the Clown, but it's mosquitoes.
Okay.
And I had played one of them for ages, since the days of Thorpe Park when they used to have it at Thorpe Park. Yeah. And I was actually pretty impressed at how good I was. So it just proves that you don't lose it once you've done it a few times. But no, it's definitely a great experience, and I think it's definitely something that Chesington needed. And obviously we went during the start of Mardi Gras as well. So
yeah.
Definitely go and check Mardi Gras out at Chesington because it was a lot of fun.
Okay, so what is Mardi Gras?
You know,
what do they do there?
So they had, I think this season they had various different like dances and stuff at different parts of the park. And for children they had, or adults as well, they had like a little map, and you could go around and get a sticker from each area. So you had like Scales and Tails, you had the Rawsome Crew, which were like tigers and stuff. You had Elmer's Colour Group that were waving the pride flag as well and stuff. So
there was so much there that I can't even remember what was there.
No.
But wherever you went, there was always something to do. And then you had your
Yeah.
times. And then they had all the food carts for Mardi Gras as well.
They had some out, yeah, that was good.
They had the one that I really liked the look of was called Eastern Eats, which is by the Cobra Ride. And
Okay.
it was all like katsu curries, noodles, rice dishes. And then right next to that, they had a smash burger place as well.
Yeah.
And that looked really, really nice. I will say the prices were a little bit over the top, but that's what you expect from a theme park.
So a bit expensive.
Yeah.
They also did a bratwurst stall. They had a street food stall, which was all kind of Mexican food.
Yeah.
They had
quite a few.
They had quite a lot.
Given
there.
the chance, I probably would have eaten Man the World, or not Man the World, but
We're not
in the
Epcot.
stalls. Yeah, damn it. That was my imagination of Epcot. There you go.
Yeah, UK's version. UK's version.
Yeah. I will say though, just to add to the virtual queue, a friend of mine went a couple of weeks ago, probably about a few days after it opened. And with the virtual queue, she was there all day and she didn't even get to ride the ride.
So you've literally got to make sure, if you go with multiple people, make sure they're all on their phones at that time.
Yeah. A bit like when Rise of Resistance came out and everyone was really trying to get it. It's very much like that. You have to be on it at the right time to get a place.
It's the same as Lego Mythica. Flight of the Skyline at Legoland. They do the same concept. So
yeah,
they've done easier to get on though.
They've done that at Cosmic Rewind as well, and that was a nightmare to get. So we only managed to get it once in the whole 2 weeks. So yeah, there's good pros and cons.
Pros and cons. Like I get why they do it, but at the same time, it's like it's not productive. Sorry, she wanted to come out and say hello.
Yeah, this is Jack, I believe.
Yes,
this is Jack. Yeah,
Gus is probably still sleeping.
Jack is an attention seeker.
Put it this
and
way,
how long?
She's put a hole in the bottom of her cage that I've had to put plexiglass over.
Yeah.
And how long have you had Jack and Gus?
Gus is his birthday's coming up. 1 year birthday.
Yeah.
And then you'll be 1 year in December.
No.
Wow.
No, January.
Yeah. I can't remember.
And I think I know why you have their names as they are, but would you like to tell the listeners why you've chosen their names?
So I know they're hamsters and they're not mice, but we chose their names because we wanted them to be like the mice from Cinderella. So we have our Gus and we have our Jack, but really Jack should be Gus and Gus should be Jack because she's a big girl and he's very, very small.
Well, I think she's a crossbreed between something. She's not a hamster. She's a crossbreed between something, because I've never seen a hamster that big in my life. You don't care, do you?
I used to have hamsters. I had quite a lot of hamsters. She looks like a normal Syrian.
She is a Syrian.
Yeah, but she was quite big when we bought her.
Yeah.
Are you going to say hi? Are you getting closer, are you?
You want to give Emma a kiss?
So with Jack and Gus, have they been on your vlogs before when you've been at home?
I don't think they have. They've always been asleep when we've been recording.
Would you ever like to introduce them more into your vlogs? Be part of the family, make it a family thing?
Jack, yes. Gus, no. He's not social. He doesn't like to be around anyone unless it's Scott.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough. Yeah, he loves Scott. He bites me. He's like, you can get away from me now. So
you should think of creating a social account just for Jack.
I think she would love that, She loves the attention.
Yeah, I think you should. If you agree in the chat, just let us know. Okay, so when you talk about Chessington and the world of Jumanji that's just been introduced, that makes me think, oh wow, it is actually a park for adults. So before they introduced Jumanji, was it more kid-based, or did you still think it was adult and kid-based?
I think it's more family-based.
No, I think it's more family-based, but Chessington is one of our go-tos that we actually go to Chessington more than anything.
Because it's the nearest park, it's our home park.
So Chessington and Fort Park are our nearest parks, but Fort Park is great. Don't get me wrong, it's lots of thrill rides, but Chessington just has so much more to offer. They don't just have rides. They've got the Sea Life Centre, they've got the zoo, they've got all these other aspects that come together that just make it a great day out, whether you are a couple, a family, children, school trip, whatever. Chesington has it all, and it's actually, I'm going to say it's my second favourite park in the UK because Legoland does come first for me.
I mean, they
Really?
have really sort of developed. I mean, I remember Thorpe Park, and this is going a throwback and a half. So if there's any listeners, you'll probably understand the Thorpe Park Rangers that they used to have. Like the little mascots with the giraffe, the monkey. They used to do shows. They used to do like I don't know if I'm imagining it, but they used to do a big like show in a big main arena where there used to be people jumping off of massive heights into pools.
The Spider-Man show they did. So it used to be Thorpe Park used to be the family based, and Chesington was the thrill. And then whereas now they've switched over. Roles.
Yeah.
Okay. But we can't wait for Project Exodus in Thorpe Park as well, so we're looking forward to that. That's one we're probably going to cover. We're going there on Saturday, so
yeah, that's exciting. I haven't been to Thorpe Park in years. I think the last time I went there, X No Way Out was still existing.
Oh, so, wow. So a long time.
It's a long time ago.
You haven't missed much. Don't worry. It's they may have changed the name of it, but it's still shocking.
So I've heard that there can be a thing called rollbacks. So have you ever experienced a rollback within a theme park ride?
So I think the rollback was sort of I think is mainly on like the launch coasters and stuff. So Stealth is one of the main ones. We haven't yet experienced one, but
I'm praying for one.
We would love to just. It just amazes me at the technology and stuff that they actually use in these rides, because you know they've launched one coaster off, but once they've launched that coaster off, the one that's next in line to be loaded, so there's like two carts normally, and it's just crazy to watch it work. So basically, obviously, once the launch has gone on Stealth, the magnetic plates pop up, which then obviously stops it to come back, but it's just
the breakers. It's really, really interesting. And what they then have to do is in the booth, I believe, they have to work out the weight. So when they launch it again, they're able to put enough power behind it to get it over, because it works on weight.
Yeah.
But rollbacks don't happen very often because they know what they're doing.
Yeah. I'd be terrified for a rollback. So the fact that you said, I really hope there's one, that shocked me.
We're just mad.
I love it. Oh my gosh, that'll be my dream come true, to go on Stealth, get to the top and feel myself go backwards. I'll be like, what?
The funniest thing is she can go on the biggest, baddest, speediest, highest turning roller coaster, but she won't go and detonate, which is a drop tower.
Really?
No. I'm terrified. I've never been on it. I don't want to.
I'm going to get her on it on Saturday.
And how about Tower of Terror, going back to Disney a bit?
Oh yeah, love it.
Okay.
She loves Tower of Terror, but I don't know why she didn't like Detonator.
I don't know. I've never been on it, and it's just I did Dr. Fear's Doomfall in Universal, and I came off shaking.
But loved it.
I did love it, but I wouldn't go on it again.
Okay.
And then I got her on Clock Drop in Chesington, and I was, no, it's not that high, trust me. And she got up and she went, oh, I can see Wembley from
here. I know. He said it's not that high. I got up to the top and I said, I can see Wembley Stadium.
That must be quite high then. That must be quite high.
It is high. Yeah. Because with the roller coasters, you're going so fast, you can't tell how high you are.
Yeah.
So,
that's true. Yeah.
That's all right. But sitting at the top.
Okay, so let's go back a bit to Disney, because we're focusing a lot on theme parks at the moment, and obviously Disney is kind of a theme park in a way. What one do you prefer? Because you've been both to Walt Disney World and Disneyland Paris. Which one do you prefer? It could be both joint, or it could be one each. It's up to you.
It's a really hard question, because we've only been to Florida Disney World and we've only been to Paris Disneyland, but they both offer so many different things.
Yeah.
And their rides are completely different. But I think Disney World has my heart, because it's not just the ride, it's everything in with it as well. The experience, the cast members, they just make it like you are in a different land. It's like I've turned like I'm 4 years old again.
Like your VIP as well. I mean, I God knows how much free stuff we come back with when we went in 2016, because that's when I proposed to Amy out there. And then it's my birthday as well. And I felt like we had to go and buy another suitcase just to put the free stuff in it. It's like, what?
But the hospitality over there is incredible, and their attention to detail is incredible. But then the same thing with Disneyland Paris. I absolutely adore it there. For their Big Thunder Mountain is insane. Their Phantom Manor is my favourite one between land and world. And then their spaceship, what's it called?
Space Mountain.
Hyperspace Mountain.
Space Mountain in Paris. Phenomenal. You know? But then you've got Expedition Everest. And then you've got
obviously all the Star Wars stuff that's going on.
Oh, why would you ask me that question?
And how about you, Scott? Do you feel the same, or is it different for you?
Yeah, no, I definitely feel the same. Obviously, the Hyperspace Mountain is better, but that's because it's a bit more lenient with tall people, whereas the Space Mountain in Florida, it took 2 people to try and get me out. Because
me and a cast member had to yank him out.
Wow.
Get the crowbar out. It was kind of like us on the swings at Chesington the other day. I had to get a wedge out to get me out of the swings ride. But yeah, being a tall, big person isn't really ideal for rides in some of them.
And what do you think about the castles? Which one would you prefer out of the
Paris, 100%. That's the easiest question you could ever ask me. Paris. It is so unique to all the other ones. The fact that you can go inside it and the story of Aurora in there. Oh my, yeah.
I think I'll agree with that one.
You're going to have to agree with that one as well. And obviously you haven't been since 2016, you said, to Walt Disney World. So you haven't seen it in its new colours, but I'm assuming that you've seen it with the different pictures. So you know the different contrasts now.
Yeah.
How do you feel in regards to that?
I wasn't really bothered by it. I was very much.
Castle's a castle.
Well, it's not just that. It's the fact of when you run a theme park, change is really good.
Yeah.
And I think some people think, no, that's the original Disney. It needs to stay like that. But we need to roll with the times. You know, at the end of the day, they are a business and they want to attract as many customers as they can as possible. Yeah. And that's what they're going to do. So they're there to make money. For us, they're there for us to make memories. But for them, they are there to make money.
Yeah.
So if you want to change it, go for it. I'm still going because I love Disney.
Yeah, because I know that at the beginning there was a lot of controversy about, like, oh my gosh, they've changed the colours. I do not want to go there anymore. So I just wanted to know if you had your own opinions.
They're clearly not hardcore Disney fans, are they?
No, exactly. Yeah.
Nope.
And go on, carry on.
Oh no, I was just going to say, nope, they can just do whatever they want because I'll still go.
Yeah, fair enough. And what has been your least favourite thing about both parks?
For me, Disneyland Paris. Now, this goes from, you know, culture change and everything, but it's when you walk around and you can smell smoke. That is what I really, really don't like. I'm not a smoker. I'm not a vapor. I don't drink alcohol or anything like that. So for me to kind of be somewhere and I'm in this magical moment and then suddenly I'm like, oh, bleh.
Yeah,
you know, it kind of takes me out of that bubble. And
back in Britain again, sort of thing.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Other than that, I think Disney Village needs a overhaul.
Yeah.
That, you know, that needs to be done. That they need to do something like Disney Springs there or whatnot. Whatever they do, I'm still going to go anyway. I love Disney. Yeah. But I think for me, it's the smoke. For Florida. Do you know what? The only thing I can think of is that it's so big that you can't do everything in one holiday.
Yep, I agree.
I think that's the if I'm going to think of anything, that's the only thing I can think of.
And yeah, they're just constantly changing as well, aren't they? Like you say, they're just.
Well, they've got to go with the times. There's new movies coming out.
I mean, like and also we noticed in Paris they were changing some of the shop as well when we went. They had half the shop missing, didn't they? Didn't you remember when we went with your mum and Richard? They had half the shop in the Disney Village missing.
Because they're refurbing the shop, yeah. But that's okay, you know, they're just going to make it a better experience when you go next time.
It'll just be interesting to see.
Exactly. So there's quite, again, I don't know if you've heard about it, but quite a lot of controversy with the village because they've closed down King Ludwig's and they've now made it the British Royal Pub. pub. I can't speak. And
Grub.
basically what pub grub. And what they've done is they've literally just stuck a massive sticker saying the Royal Pub over what it is. They haven't actually really like
Done
redeveloped it.
anything.
And
Where should we go
there
tonight,
is
love? Do you fancy the local? Yeah, what's it called?
The grub.
basically, and they've got rid of the stage and they've basically put a fake grass hill on with a fake tree. So that's their way at the moment currently of refurbing the village. So
you
we'll have
do
to
know
see
that health and safety is probably not got involved with that, because how many children do you think are going to climb it and fall off it?
They've probably
Yeah,
done that so many
exactly.
times already.
Yeah,
These are the
exactly.
thoughts that go through your head when you work with children. So
Yeah. So obviously you just said you work with children. Do you bring Disney into work life?
yes, of course.
Has
What a
to be done.
stupid question, Emma.
Come on.
So do they
I'm
go
so lucky
home?
in my kitchen. I've got an Alexa, so
Okay.
I'll say. She didn't turn on. It's okay. So I'll say, play my Disney playlist, and then I listen
Yeah.
to that.
That is so awesome. That is so awesome. What is your favorite Disney park song and favorite Disney song? So you've got two different types.
Well, Disney Park is Oh Hush for me.
Ready for the ride.
Yeah.
It's called Ready for the Ride.
100%. 100%. My favourite.
Yeah, and then the actual. Oh no, this is a tough one now for the Disney song, because there's like two.
Okay, that's fine.
And that's
Oliver and Company is one of them.
Actually, no, three, because you've just thrown that one in there.
Sorry.
So, but if I had to rank them from 3 to 1, it'd probably have to be Why Should I Worry from Oliver and Company in 3.
Yeah.
Number 2 would probably be the roller coaster ride, weirdly enough. And then Be Prepared from Lion King is the number 1. But I was absolutely steaming when they changed it in the live action movie. I wanted to like throw my popcorn and drink through the screen. Like, how dare you change that song?
Yeah. I haven't actually seen the live action. I'm a bit hesitant about watching live action Disney, so yeah, but I should.
Wasn't the biggest fan. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. But my favourite Disney song, which funnily enough isn't even from my favourite Disney movie, but it is Part of Your World from the original Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Love it. It's just such a classic.
It is. I have to agree with you, Scott. Why Should I Worry? Yep. Definitely one of mine. I've got a customized t-shirt with that actually. So yeah.
Can't go wrong with that.
Nice.
Love it. Okay, so you basically just said something about live actions. So what are your thoughts about them basically doing so many live actions instead of making new content? So for instance, it's recently been announced that they're going to do a live action Moana, and that wasn't released that long ago. So how do you feel? What's your thoughts on it?
I want something new.
Yeah.
I don't want the same thing over and over again. And the only live action that I've actually enjoyed was Beauty and the Beast, because I thought that was done so well.
Yeah.
But for all the other ones that I've seen, I just have not really been interested. We haven't even gone to see Little Mermaid, have we? We're just not that fussed about it.
I think the way they're doing it is that I think, you know, again, it's a company. They want to try and target the younger age group, or the game of the times. And people don't want to see animated nowadays. They want to see live actions, which I think I can get where they're going from, but don't ruin originals.
Yeah. And also that's fine that they want to do that. But let's do a live action movie, but a brand new concept, a brand new storyline, brand new characters that we can bring into our home and love.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
They should go and watch our videos of when we reimagined Disney films way back during lockdown time.
That is a long time ago, but I loved those ones. They were so good.
We would literally reimagine, like, we'd put, you know, we'll do it on the spot now for old time's sake.
For it.
So the film we're going to reimagine is, let's see, what do you think?
Snow White.
Right, Snow White. Okay, so you've got Snow White, Prince Philip. No.
Prince Charming.
Prince Charming. Sorry. And then let's just do the 7 dwarfs, but you can only use the Fab 5 for 5 of them, and then 2 of them, and a Disney character of your choice.
I was hoping that you two would do it together, and I just.
Oh no, you're doing it. We've done it already.
Okay, so just the 7 dwarfs,
Just the
yeah.
7 dwarfs, yeah.
Okay, so Happy would be Mickey.
Yep.
Okay, Grumpy would be Donald. Sleepy would be Pluto, I think. Oh my gosh, this is hard. Why? Bashful would be Goofy. Go on, tell me the ones I've missed out, as in like the dwarfs.
Dopey.
Yep, Dopey. I've done Sleepy. Dopey. Doc, yep.
Who else was there?
Bashful.
That's not Bashful.
Yeah. This is hard, isn't it?
Happy, Sneezy.
Sneezy.
Yep. So
They're
Doc,
the last 3.
Doc, Sneezy, and pardon? Dopey, right. Oh gosh. Okay. I think Doc would have to be Minnie.
Yeah.
Sneezy would have to be Daisy. I don't know. I can just imagine her being like, achoo! Yeah. And Dopey. And that could be any character now, any Disney character. Oh, gosh. That's so hard. That's a good one, but no. I'm going to say
Olaf.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Just because of his thing where he says Samantha. That is a dopey thing. Yeah. That was difficult. Okay, right. You guys, my turn. Okay, so this is like the quiz, but instead, yeah. We are going to pick the film. Let's have a look. Oliver and Company. Yeah, we're going to do that. Why not?
Okay.
So you're going to have to do Oliver, Dodger. Yep.
Tito.
You can do him. I'm just trying to think of the names of the 2 bad dogs.
Scott and Amy.
Hang on, I'm just looking now. I'm trying to remember myself.
Georgette, you can do Georgette.
Dodger,
Oliver, Georgette, Tito, and you pick one.
Fagin.
Do Fagin. Yeah, do Fagin.
Fagin, he's the baddie. So who have we got? I've forgotten now. Let me just write them down. Oliver. Dodger.
Tito.
All right.
Fagin.
Georgette.
Pass me a pen because I'm going to forget. We're going to forget this like in 2 minutes. Right.
We've
Oliver.
got 5 people watching. Now we've got 4 people watching. Let's find out who they want to choose. So
right,
yes,
Oliver.
we're going to have Oliver, Dodger.
Yeah.
Tito.
Yeah.
Fagin.
Yeah.
And Georgette.
Okay. Right. Is this with the Fab 5, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Georgette, it's got to be probably Minnie.
Okay. Yeah.
Fagin would be Donald.
Yeah.
Oliver has got to be Mickey.
Okay.
Dodger would be Goofy.
Yep.
And Tito would be Pluto.
That's I've done a bit differently, but cool. Yeah.
Cool.
How about you, Amy?
I don't know the storyline, so I can't really say.
You don't know the storyline.
There's a door there.
Yeah, go.
I've never seen it.
What do you mean? You've never seen it? I've put it on. Mind you, you've always gone, yeah, we'll watch it, and then you fall asleep. Right,
Okay,
Oliver's
so you
Dodger is the cool-looking dog. Tito's a little dog that goes
Well, I
with
would
Georgette.
probably
and then
Oliver.
Fagin's a baddie.
Oliver's very vulnerable, so I'd probably say Pluto.
For Oliver.
For Oliver.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say Oliver is Pluto.
Dodge is the cool dog on the block. Steals hot dogs.
Probably Mickey.
That's what I was going to say.
I would
Yeah.
say Dodger is Mickey.
Tito, he's like a little chihuahua that ends up getting with Georgette at the end of the film. And then Fagin's a bad guy.
Well, Fagin's Donald, 100%.
Okay.
Sorry,
So
Donald.
anyone
Donald is my
watching at the
favourite.
moment who's new, we're just going to do a game of who would you replace, basically. So Amy's still going through her list. So you got 2 more to do, haven't you?
Yeah, Tito and Georgette.
Well, these two, I would only be able to choose Mickey or Daisy.
No, you've already done Mickey.
Minnie or Daisy.
You've got Goofy.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Georgette would be Goofy.
I'd love to see that. Yeah, and Tito.
Tito would be Daisy.
Cool. I would have done Daisy as Georgette. I would have done, but yeah, cool. I like
I
your.
have no idea who Georgette is.
Okay, right. You need to have loads of coffee and go and watch that film. That's basically what you need to do. That is your homework before you next come on this show.
That's what
Okay.
we've got to do.
I will watch it.
Okay, so going back to theme parks, we're going to go to over the pond. You've been to Universal.
Yes.
So was that the last time you went to Walt Disney World at the same time?
Yeah. Yeah, so 2016. How many times have you been to Universal? 3 times.
No, probably 3 times.
I've been twice.
Okay.
We've got a
Well,
funny.
when I say twice, I've been on holiday over there twice, but obviously I've been there multiple times during both holidays.
Yeah.
We've got
Okay.
a funny story to tell you about that later on as well.
Okay, cool. So I want to know, you haven't been since the Velocicoaster opened, have you?
No.
No. What about a Hulk?
So Hulk,
Yeah.
we did, yeah.
Hulk had just been refurbished by the time we got there in 2016.
Okay, share your experience with us.
It was a hell of a lot better than the first time I went on it.
Okay.
It was just,
I'd never been on it before, so it was really good for me as well.
oh my, it was fantastic.
The launch was just insane. I think what made it better was actually one of the cast members. So obviously we've been out there and we were engaged, and we went to go for the normal queue, and he saw us at the metal detector, and he just turned around and went, "Oh, congratulations, engagement! Just come out this line and go up that line and tell them that I sent you." I was like, "Okay." Ended up getting on pretty quick, so
Yeah.
Were you wearing your badges at the time as well?
quite possibly.
Yes, we were.
or it might have been the big matching t-shirts that we got. I don't really know.
Well, if something. We
Oh,
were a
did
bit
you?
All out, yeah.
Well, we did. We say we. I did.
Yeah, he did. He was like, "Look what I bought us." I was like, "Oh."
Excuse, do you want to come back out again?
Oh, that's so funny.
Go and get 'em.
And basically when we were meant to go to Universal when it was the hurricane day, so we didn't get to go, but literally woke up the next day finding out that part of Hulk had flooded, like it was literally just covered in water.
No
I
way.
remember seeing pictures of that.
That's mental.
Yeah. That is crazy. But I've heard lots of things about Velocicoaster. Is it Velocicoaster? Velocicoaster?
Yeah, no,
The
Velocicoaster.
Velocicoaster.
Velocicoaster. Okay. I'm a bad theme park person. I need Disney for me. So what have you heard about it, and do you think that you'd like it from what you've heard?
I haven't looked at anything about it because I'm waiting to actually go on it.
Okay.
So I've only seen like videos of people saying that they really enjoyed it. I've seen the art concept for it. Other than that, I have not looked into it at all because I
Okay.
want to. I just want to.
Enjoy it and not spoil it.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good idea. And how about you, Scott? You say more.
I mean, I've probably seen, not like watched it or seen any on my footage, but again, sort of what we've sort of heard is, you know, the whole ride aspect. There's actually speakers and stuff and lights that trigger with the track as well. So it'd be interesting to see that sort of technology and
Yeah.
how that works. Yeah, we really want to excited to obviously when we get round to going to doing that, also doing Hagrid's
Yeah, we've
bike ride as well,
Done that either.
Yeah, I've
And-
heard about that being like
and excited for
super
Tron
long
as
too.
well. Tron that's open in
Oh,
Magic
Tron,
Kingdom.
yeah, that's new as well. You need to get booking a trip out, don't you?
I know. There's so well, we haven't done Avatar, we haven't done Toy Story Land, we haven't done Star Wars.
Oh
They're
wow.
all being built.
Yeah. You definitely need to go then. It's definitely for Toy Story Land and Star Wars. I'm not a keen on Star Wars fan, but when I went there, I was like, actually, I really like this.
This is amazing.
So,
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
not a Star Wars fan, but I want to build a drone for some reason. Probably because I'm a big kid and I want to.
So, we are going to do a quick quiz. Okay.
Okay.
5 questions, and it's going to be between both of you. So you've got to get it first, either you, Scott, or you, Amy, and then either the chat. If the chat gets it first, they get a point. Or if one of you gets it first, you guys get the point. Okay?
Okay.
So 5 questions. The first question, you get 2 points. How long has it been since the genie has seen the magic carpet?
10,000 years.
Basically. Yep, well done.
Really, I said that question in the quiz.
Okay, for 1 point, what is the name of Pocahontas's hummingbird friend? What is the name of Pocahontas's hummingbird friend?
I don't know.
Begins with an F.
Figaro.
No, Scott. Chat got it first. That's right. Nick goes traveling. She got it right, and it is definitely Flick. So well done, Nick. Okay, brilliant. So 1 to chat and 1 to you. Okay, let's go for what is Belle's father's occupation?
Inventor.
Clockworker.
Yep. Inventor. Yep.
Clockworker.
I don't know.
Get out of the house.
That's you. That's my telephone company.
Okay. Right. Okay. So, what does Pumbaa believe the stars are?
His relatives.
No. No.
Little balls of gas.
I can't
Yeah.
remember, actually.
Yep. Okay. And how many miles away? Do you know? What does he say?
100 light years away.
Billions of years away.
Billions.
Okay, so that's 4. So we've got 1 more coming up. Nick is getting all of these. Look, she's got inventor coming up, and she's got
Nick.
coming up. Yeah, she's a pro at this. Okay, right. Let's do the last Pumbaa one, another Pumbaa one. Okay. How does Pumbaa describe the grubs?
Delicious.
Slimy and delicious.
Slimy, yes, that's fine.
Ah!
Yes. Yeah. That was fast. I think, Amy, you got the most out of those ones, but well done. You as a team, you beat the chat. And Nick says she's usually crap at quizzes. So I think you guys and Nick have done really, really well. So well done, chat, and well done to you too. I want to know now, if you were to design a Disney park, how would you do it?
Villains. 100% villains.
Okay.
Sorry, just villains everywhere. It'd be purples and lime green everywhere.
So not just the land, but a park would be just villains.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And each land would be a different villain.
Okay. Scott, do you not look impressed?
I'm a bit concerned.
I love villains. I love everyone who knows me knows I love a villain. Even in Harry Potter, my favourite character is Voldemort.
Voldy Snort.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't agree with you on that one, but yes. Okay. Fair enough. How about you, Scott?
All Lilo and Stitch everywhere?
Yeah, probably. Mixed in with Power Rangers and Pokemon.
Cool.
Get off that plastic, you.
And what sort of rides would you have? Like, if you designed one ride, what would it be?
So funny story about two funny stories. So going back to the Universal Disney trip we went to, we went to at the time when it was, I think before the NBA experience came in, it was the arcade place where you could go and play arcade games and stuff like that. I can't remember what it's called. And we did the create your own roller coaster, and we put as many loops in as possible and all that. We then came off. The ride attendant was like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And we were like, "Yes, we do." We both came off and were like, we kind of not regretted it, but we're like, that was a bit disorientating. So
we had to go back to the hotel after.
Mine will probably be the biggest, fastest roller coaster going with as many loops as possible.
Yeah.
Your roller coaster?
I don't think I would make a roller coaster. I think I would make probably a trackless ride that would go through the story of
villains, by chance?
Yes. The story of the villain and how they became the villain, and just a very immersive ride is what I would do.
Yeah. And going to the villains and rides, have you been on Snow White and Pinocchio in Paris? Yes. What do you think of them and how they've done it?
For the time that they were built, I think it's great, but I do think they need to be remodernized to today.
Okay. And how would you suggest that they did that? If they were saying, Amy, we want you to tell us how to do this, how would you say?
Just make the animatronics look a little bit better. There's not a lot they need to do because they're such classics, and you don't want to change too much, but you just want to go with the technology of the time.
Yeah.
So just keep the story as it is, keep the sets as it is, keep every scene as it is, but let's just make it look a little bit better, because with the animatronic these days, they look like real people, and I think that could bring a lot more to the rides.
Yeah, definitely. I must admit, the trees scare me. Like in Snow White, the trees absolutely scare me. I know it's not real, but the fact that they just bend over and you're like,
yeah. I think it's great. I think it's very scary for children, though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If I had children, I don't think I would take them on it until I'd explained exactly what it is. It's very dark in there, especially when the witch turns around.
Yeah.
That's quite scary for children.
You mean your auntie?
And again, I'm jumping backwards and forwards. So when it came to your engagement at Walt Disney World, how did you plan it, Scott? And how was it being engaged at Walt Disney World?
Oh, Dan, it was you were all having a go at me because you wanted to go somewhere, and I said, you want to go to Thailand? I said, no, let's go Disney, because I had it all planned and asked the parents and everything. And it was 7 o'clock in the morning the day after we landed. We had a reservation for be our guest in the morning.
Yeah.
And the whole morning I was just like, you could tell that
we had an argument that morning.
Oh,
because we was on holiday, and I was like, come on, look alive, we're on holiday, stop moping around, you're really getting on my nerves.
And I was like, come on, let's go. And you're like, I want to lie in. I was like, no, let's get up and go. And then like the whole time waiting to get in, and then we were quite lucky because it was quite empty when we got in. And then you had no idea. You were like, what on earth are you doing in one of the photos? There's a photo somewhere in the collection that Amy sort of gave me a look as, what the hell are you doing? Like, but yeah, no, it was really good. And then there was an American woman. She's like, "Oh my God, did I just see what I think I just saw?"
It was so funny.
And then that was it. That was the rest was just history. And we just got like I say, free stuff after free stuff. And it was my birthday as well, and they were giving me free food. And I'm like, well, you're just giving me free food. I love free food, so I love it.
Talking about food though, when we was in America, now this guy can eat for Britain. He can. We had to share plates when we was in America.
Wow.
On some occasions, yeah. Most of the time I did eat most of it.
Or we ordered children portions, didn't we?
Yeah.
They were massive.
Yeah, really big.
Weirdo.
And did you have any touches of Disney at your wedding?
Yes, we did. We had very, very tiny touches. we had on our table, rather than confetti, we had little wooden love hearts, and they had a little quote from Tangled on there.
Did
Oh,
it?
cool.
Yes, it did. Best day ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then we had for our guests, we got it was Mickey shaped bottle opening keys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
very
we
cool.
did very, very tiny.
Not like an over the top.
Yeah.
Disney.
Yeah.
Just little things. So with the wooden love hearts, I said best day ever. Unless you'd seen Tangled, you wouldn't have known that it was Disney.
Yeah.
So
Jack wants to be on the camera again.
again, yeah.
You can hear
Yeah.
it just going away.
Okay, and one last thing before we go, because I've realised it is an hour and you guys probably need to do stuff. What is the one thing that you would say to people? Actually, no, let's put it one big question, but 3 different things. One thing that you would tell people to do at Disney, one thing you tell people to do at UK theme park, one thing you tell people to do at Universal, and the biggest tip to be part of the community online.
Do it. Go for it. If you don't take chances, you ain't gonna live your life.
So for Disney, I would say get involved with everything, because you don't want to miss out, because that's when the memories are going to be made.
Yeah.
When you get involved, especially when they used to do in Magic Kingdom, they used to do the parade. What was it called? And they used to come off the carts and everyone would go up and you'd all be dancing,
Dance
like
party.
the dance party.
Oh, really? That sounds
Get
awesome.
Involved with everything. Honestly, no one's judging you, because we're all there doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, just get involved. That is my my tip for Disney.
Yeah.
Get involved. My tip for Universal is drink lots of water.
Research.
Do your research on your rides. And take breaks, because the rides over there are huge. You are probably going to throw up.
I
wow.
had to come off Transformers. I had to sit there with a wet towel on my head for about half hour.
Yeah, because it's all 3D, it's all screens, it's very much motion sickness. For UK theme parks, depending on the day, I would say fast passes or reserve and ride, wherever
If
it
you've
is,
got it, yeah.
because unfortunately, apart from like Chesington and Legoland, when you go to a UK theme park, there's not a lot on for offer. So you just want to kind of get on the rides, because where there is nothing on offer, everyone's queuing up. You're probably gonna do 2-3 rides maximum for the whole day.
Yeah.
So just get yourself a fast pass.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
go in the middle of the week when schools are in.
Cool. Just before you carry on, one last bit. Bye, Nick. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Thank you. And yeah, we asked you one tip on social media. What to be a part of community? What would you suggest?
Just be open and honest to feedback, and you know, if you get given an opportunity like we have with your show and like we did with Rand's Adventures a couple of weeks ago, just take it. You know, don't be nervous. Don't sort of hide away from it. Just take it, and you know, at the end of the day, do what's best for you. And if you don't enjoy it, then you know, just take a break and come back to it.
I think for me with social media is I'm not a social media buff. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't understand hashtags or anything like that. But if you feel like it's getting too much, you take a break. You do not let social media
run your life,
and you do not let it take over your mentality.
Yeah.
Take a break.
Good advice.
And the funny story before we go Universal was we like my carnival games. So I went, Amy, I'm just going to go to this basketball game. I won't win anything. Amy was like, fine. She went and sat down. I ended up winning this massive dog that was like probably.
We still have the dog.
Yeah.
And we had fun getting that back from America. So that was.
I can imagine. I can imagine. Yeah.
We managed to squeeze it in the suitcase, luckily, but yeah.
Just about.
So with that and all your freebies as well, like you said, you should have got another suitcase.
Yep.
Okay, so for people in the chat, if you want to know Amy and Scott and Amy's, I'll say it in that way, not Amy and Scott, sounds strange now. Scott and Amy's Instagram handles, Scott's drawing account, and their YouTube account. Just go into the description. It's all there for you to go and check them out. So please do. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to bringing you again to another lot of Little Bit of Magic with next week. I'm not going to tell you who it is yet because it's a secret.
Dun, dun,
And
dun.
thank you very much, Scott and Amy, for joining me today. You have been brilliant guests. I hope you've enjoyed coming along.
Well, thank you for having us.
Thank you. Yeah.
No worries. And I'll say goodbye to you all now. So good night.
Bye.
Bye.